fam. Hello, good morning. Yesterday, I binge watched on a show. I told myself I shouldn't do that. But this show, when it first came out, I had started watching it and then I stopped. So now, years later, at least it's been 3 years that the show ended. And I started watching it. But last night I binge watched the season 2. And I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. Closer to 4 than 3 a.m. I woke up this morning and I'm just about to start my day. I've done the journaling. Thank God. I did yoga for a short time, probably 20 minutes. And now I'm going to brush. I'll be having a dental appointment soon for them to check that I'm following all the recommendations to keep my gums healthy. So this is what I do. I've been using electric toothbrush for a while. But my previous dentist said I wasn't using it the right way. So we'll see when I go back for this next checkup. This is a Waterpix floss. So let me get on with the brushing. So now I'm gonna floss. She said floss at least once a day. And they also told me that I should not use Glide flossing. I like to floss in the morning. I usually don't have time to floss because of my night shift. My problem part of my gums is my front teeth. This one's here. I always have build-ups on this, my lower gum. I don't know what to do with it. This flossing doesn't even help it because the build-up I have in there is more like deposits. But there's so much space here that there's nothing that gets stuck in there. Hardly will anything get stuck in there. But then I get like all this whitish deposit there. I just don't know how to do it. How to not make that happen. But anyway, I am going to continue with my flossing. Now I'm going to use my Waterpix. So this one cleans deeper. I'm hopeful. When I first bought this thing, I turned it on, the water will splash all the way up there. Thank goodness I have improved. Alright, so they said to use warm water. I used to use a whole chamber for one part of my teeth, but not anymore. The one thing the dentist did not recommend was using a mouthwash, but she said I could use it if I want to, so I use it because I want to. So next thing I'm gonna do, you see this? It means I treated my hair last night, so today it's hair wash. The seborrheic dermatitis is a very problematic hair scalp. Should I call it disease or scalp infection? It's very problematic. But what I did this time around to reduce the flare-up was use the hair oil a little bit more frequently, and I just use it to oil my scalp and leave it on. So that's what I've been doing, like at least once a week I would oil my scalp with it and just leave it. So it reduced the flare-ups. But yeah, I have to wash it. Since I do my hair appointment every 6 weeks, I like to wash it at least once before I go for that hair appointment. So it kind of helped to keep the flare-ups at bay. Anyway, let me go wash the hair. I'll do all this my scraping things. I don't scrape it a lot. There's really not a lot of places for me to scrape anyways. I grew up using this Vaseline petroleum jelly, but now I only use it on my feet. A foot cream, yeah, that's what I use it for. Why am I talking about it? Because I did a video where I showed you guys the body cream that I use. It's a Vaseline product. That's the first time I'm using their body cream or lotion actually, but I've been using this for as long as I can remember. I'm sure my mom used it for diaper rash on me when I was a baby because I used it on my nieces, my nephew, my cousins. Yes, so this thing has been around for years. So I want to believe that the body cream or the body lotion that I'm using right now will live up to their reputation. I think they should make, like specific ear wipes, so that we don't constantly use cotton buds. I had a patient that came in, he was bleeding from his ear. I think it was the right ear, because he had used some cotton bud and he probably punctured something. Me too, I've had my own incident with nearly losing something inside my ear. I'll show you. So I bought this thing from Amazon. There was one time my ear was blocked. I think it was the left ear. So back then, anytime I showered, I'll come out, I'll use a cotton bud and I'll clean my ears for so long. I have no issues. I want to say this happened in 2023. I was driving and then it just felt like my ears were closing up. My eardrum, I couldn't hear. So I went on Amazon, I was looking and I saw this thing. You can put some battery in it and use this stuff. This is not a review, by the way, just sharing my experience. So apparently this one, when you turn it on, you can pair it with your phone, because this is metal. So it has these other tips that are silicone tips. So you will wear it over this, like this, and then turn it on, put this in your ear and be looking at your phone and you can see inside your ear. Kind of like what an ENT doctor would do. But for some reason I thought I was an ENT, like I could do this thing by myself at home. I put this thing in my ear and I put it, while I'm looking, I could see my ears inside. I tried to bring it up, boom, this thing fell into my ear. And I was beside myself in panic. I mean, I knew worst thing comes to the worst, I'll go get a referral to an ENT and then they would use something to bring it up. But like, I was at home. This was in the morning. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, just leave this thing in my ear? I was in panic, but I was thinking like, I do not want to put anything in my ear because I will just push it in further. I called one of my brother's friends. I was living close to us that period. And I told him, so he came. And I told him, look, if you don't see it, please do not do anything. Don't put anything in the ear. So he looked and he said he could see it. I can't even remember what he did or how he did it. But he was able to bring that blue thing out from my ear. And since then, I have not used it again. But it has other stuff. It has like this one. This one is metal. You can use it to swirl it around in your ear. I don't use it a lot, but maybe I should. The one I use now is this one. This one looks like a tiny spoon, so I can put it in and scoop out whatever is inside my ear, but carefully, I don't go too deep. It has a whole lot of other stuff that I haven't used, and I don't know if I'll ever use. It has all of these other ones, similar to the one I've been using, but I haven't really used them. I say all of that because I think we need to come up with something that we can just use to clean our ears so that we don't get the eardrum traumatized. I can't tell you how many patients have come into the ER with traumatic injury to their eardrums from trying to clean out their ears. And when you go to see the ENT or even the doctors, they tell you do not clean your ears, don't put anything inside. Well, the ear cleans itself naturally, but when? When does the ear clean itself? Because I stay and then I'm waiting for this thing to drop out. But no, it just keeps accumulating until I put I'm in the shower and I just use my washcloth that I put it there, just bring it out, just see all this ear wask, just come out. And then by the time I use this thing, it's so much. I gotta clean and scoop. But anyway, that's my experience. Oh look, there are 2 of them. I need to label it. I didn't even know that it's 2. I need to label it. One for the left and right, so that I don't get it mixed up. Find a permanent mark and put left and right on there. But yeah, I don't use all the things in it. This is why I say, like, when I was buying my water picks, that I wanted only something that had 2 tips. I'm okay with that. Like this one now, I would have been okay with just the two that I use regularly. All the rest of them I don't use. But anyway, I would not have known that I wouldn't use them until I had that accident happen. I'm sure if it hadn't happened the first time I used it, I probably would still be using it. That's it about my ear. I'm going to go and dress up. Gotta dress up in my scrubs because I work tonight. I was supposed to be off, but I picked up tonight for 8 hours. I'm gonna go get ready. I'm ready to go and start the other half of today. Do some personal business things that hopefully should make me some money soon. And then between 3 and 4 p.m. I have to go and pick up akara for my sister. She ordered it. I haven't eaten akara in a while. It's one of those things that when I eat too much of it, I just get tired of eating it. I'm hoping that by the time I have to go and do that runs, I'll finish up with most of the things I have to do in the house before I go outdoor, because I need to go to work tonight. So I'm hoping I'll be able to take a nap before I go and do all those errands. So I think I still need some sleep before I go to work. So apparently I had a doctor's appointment today that I completely forgot about, and I would not have remembered had my phone not notified me 10 minutes before the appointment. So I had to run out of the house, get in my car, and I made it 5 minutes late. Saw the doctor, but everything looks good. It was a cardio follow-up because of my chest pain that I told you guys about. I had one time, but the doctor looked at all my results, went over all the results with me, and he said I'm fine, that I do not have to come back and see them for the next 2 years. I told him yes, I can survive. He did mention that I have trace to mild mitral regurgitation. So he said they have levels, level 1, 2, 3. That mine is not even up to level 1, the regurgitation I have, so that he wouldn't worry about it. He can't say why it happened. He asked if I've had like any history of scarlet fever, rheumatic fever. I can't remember ever having any of those. So I'm gonna go home. I set my timer at home for 2 hours. Hopefully by the time I get home, the timer would not have gone off. My timer hasn't gone off. The timer is gonna go off at 12:49, so I made it back home on time. This doctor's appointment, it was not part of what I had planned to do today. I'm going to go and continue with my activity for the rest of the day. I probably will reset it again for another 2 hours, and then when that one goes off, I have to go and pick up the akara. And hopefully by then I should have done a significant amount of what I need to do for today. Alright, we're heading out to go pick up the akara. Bad news today for me. You know, I thought my credit score was impeccable, perfect, that if I applied for a loan I would get it. Unfortunately I did twice now and it has been declined. I guess my debt to income ratio is too high, that nobody believes I'll be able to pay up. The lenders don't think I'll be able to pay up the loan if they give it to me. So I'm not happy at all, but I'll keep trying. I have a feeling I'll get a loan, but the interest rate is going to be really high, which is what I'm trying to avoid, but we'll see. But anyway, let me go and pick up the akara and then I'll eat. I think if I pick up the akara, eat a couple and eat food, I'll be happier because I haven't eaten today. You guys, I went to pick up the akara and this lady, she gifted me with as many as I wanted to eat. And Vita Malt is one of our malt drinks in Nigeria. She said I've been patronizing her for at least a couple of years now and she has never met me. I used to buy through another colleague. So she was so happy to see me and she told me to taste it. The one she gave me right now She didn't make it as pepperish. She didn't spice it like the way she spiced the one she made for me. So she wanted me to try it. I can tell you guys, she just made my day. The way she was happy to see me. All this, my loan denial, disappointment, she has just cleansed it. I'm happy now. All right, I'm gonna drive home. Sorry that I'm just showing you guys Akara while I'm talking. Today started from last night because I was binge watching a show and I did not go to sleep until almost 4 a.m. and I managed to get a whole lot of the things I needed to do today done, plus some that I did not plan to do today. So it was a busy day for me today, especially when I have to go to work. I'm supposed to be off, but you know, money, so I have to go to work. Anyway, so I picked up today, so I mean, I did a lot for a day I have to work, but thankfully I'm not doing the whole shift. I only picked up for 8 hours. This is what I made for myself to take to work. Ever since I came back from Paris, I've been indulging in cheese. So this is mozzarella cheese, sweet corn, and carrots, and then I'm going to add some bacon. But yeah, so this is it for work. What should I call this one now? Makeshift salad. I'm just going to add some of this. This is hot honey ranch, just to give it a kick, hot kick. I'm gonna add a few olives to it too. I haven't eaten it like this before. The last time I took something like this to work, it was just the sweet corn, carrots, and bacon. And it was good. So I'm adding a little bit extra with the dressing and now the olives. And I have a snack. I'm going to go see if I can take a nap. Or no, I need to order new brake pads for my car. The brakes are making a whole lot of noise. And they did tell me to change it the last time I took the car for servicing, but they were going to charge me a lot of money, almost $500. So I'm going to order the brake pads and then find somewhere to go and fix it. Yeah, busy day for me today, but I'm happy that I did most of what I needed to do. And now I'll order that brake, and if I still have a few more, maybe if I have some time, then maybe I'll catch a quick power nap before I head out for work. Thank you, YouTube fam, for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.